Hey everyone, it's October 24th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Canadian serial-killing pig farmer and likely cannibal Robert William Pickton, who may have killed as many as 49 victims, and that is him right over there. Pickton was born in 1949 and spent his childhood on a family pig farm before they were forced to sell in the 1950s to make room for a highway. In 1963, his parents bought a new plot of land near Vancouver and began raising hogs once again. He would work long hours and go to school in unwashed clothes that reeked, often getting teased by fellow students, and his sister was sent away to live with relatives since his parents believed a pig farm wasn't an appropriate place for a girl to be raised. Pickton dropped out of school at the age of 14 to become a butcher's apprentice, and along with his brother and sister inherited the farm when his parents passed away within a year of one another in the late 1970s. Now the fourth generation of Picktons to raise hogs, their business did well, and the farm that was purchased for $18,000 was worth $7.2 million in 1994. They sold off a large portion of the land in the mid-90s, netting more than $5 million. Along with his brother, Pickton modified a large building on the farm to function as a party hall, hosting events through an organization they called the Piggy Palace Good Times Society. At about this time, people noticed that women were going missing in Vancouver's downtown east side, known as the DTES. They were mostly poor, homeless, drug users, or sex workers, and as such, the police department didn't make their disappearances a high priority. Many of them were of First Nations descent, and authorities seemed to be indifferent towards what was happening in their city. Though these women went missing, there were no bodies to indicate what happened to them, and the numbers just piled up over the next few years. In 1997, a police officer took interest in the case and suggested that a serial killer may be at work in the area. Pickton was known to throw wild parties on his farm, some with as many as 2,000 attendees, and was friends with the bikers, pimps, and prostitutes who made up a substantial part of those living in the DTES. He had a rendering plant to process hogs in that part of town, and he would pick up women just a few blocks away and take them to the farm to party. Police focused on him as a suspect in the cases of missing women, and when a victim told them that she had escaped from his farm where he tried to put her in handcuffs and stabbed her with a butcher's knife, Pickton was arrested and charged with attempted murder in 1998. Charges were dropped, however, when prosecutors felt the victim's history of drug use would make the case hard to prove, and he was set free. It wasn't until 4 years later that he was arrested again, and the true nature of his crimes was revealed. Beginning in the late 1970s, Pickton had picked up women from the DTS and taken them back to his farm, where he would restrain and kill them. To dispose of their bodies, he would process them with the same equipment used for the hogs they butchered. He was finally caught when a tip was phoned in about unregistered guns on his farm in 2002, and a search turned up body parts in freezers and buried across the land. The remains of dozens of women were found, and he was charged with killing 26 women from 1979 to 2002. While in jail, he confessed to a fellow prisoner that he had killed 49 women and had hoped to kill one more to make it an even 50. Despite a thorough investigation, his brother was never charged in any of the crimes that occurred on the farm and denies all knowledge of them, though he has been accused of threatening to kill a woman and was convicted of sexual assault, receiving just 1 year's probation. The people of Vancouver were horrified to learn what had happened and were warned that if they had eaten meat from the farm or processing plant, that they may have also eaten human remains. Pickton was convicted of 6 murders, receiving a life sentence, and currently sits behind bars in British Columbia. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Robert William Pickton, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.